I want to get to some hyperbole.
No.
I want to look ahead to the NFC Divisional Championship against our division rivals, our conference rivals, the LA Rams. Now, I was listening to your pod earlier, and Rob, I share the exact same sentiment as you. That whilst you're going to play a good team regardless, if it came down to the Rams or the Bears, I would have preferred to have taken our chances with the Bears. The Rams, much like pre the 49ers game, I have that thing in the back of my head, which it fills me with a little bit more worry playing that team.
Mm.
And it's not just the fact that they've got a great D-line. Sean McVay is a great coach. Matt Stafford is a seasoned professional quarterback. Puka Nacua is, I think you said, was it by PFF's metrics, the best player in the league.
That's what they said. He's played the best this year. Yeah.
You know, they're always tough games. And I just want to sort of look ahead to that. I mean, with the fear I have, I'm looking at you now, Rob, to try and quell that fear, make me feel a bit better. And anyone else that's watching, what would you see as keys to victory?
Well, when I was doing my stream earlier, I feel like I needed to sort of just voice all of my concerns to get it off my chest. And now I mean this, I feel a lot better now. Like having said what I needed to say, I actually feel a lot more positive about it, about the game. And it's funny how your mind sort of tricks you that way. I went into that stream thinking I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that. And now I've kind of said it. I do feel genuinely a bit better about it. I think the best thing, the best chance Seattle has is to play a clean game, a game of football, because as I mentioned on the stream, you look at I'm going to ignore the win at the end of last season because that was against mostly the Rams backups that they won on the final game. But you think of the game in Seattle last season, Gino turning the ball over, big play downfield in overtime, mistakes cost you a chance they threw away that game. They should have won the game. They didn't win the game. They threw it away. And then this season, they threw away the first game, and that was four interceptions from the quarterback. If you threw 3 interceptions, you probably win that game of football. That's how crazy it was. And then you look at the most recent game in Week 16. Darnold again had 2 interceptions. You were again giving up big plays downfield to Puka Nacua in overtime. You've created problems for yourself. If the Seahawks can avoid doing that this time, just don't turn the ball over. Accept that Matt Stafford is going to make some plays, that Puka Nacua is going to make some catches, that Sean McVay is going to score some touchdowns on offense. Accept that those things are inevitable. You're playing a good football team. But if you can avoid the back-breaking errors, Seattle has a better special teams unit by an absolute mile. And Seattle's main strength, their defense, matches up against LA's biggest strength, their offense. The other matchup, your offense against their defense, I think there's opportunities there for you. So if you play clean, that offense versus Rams defense matchup plus your special teams advantage, for me, should win you the game. Whether it's by a field goal, a point, 10 points, whatever it is, that should be enough. So my hope for this is, I'm not suggesting that they just punt every time and play the most conservative game of football ever, but you just play the percentages. It's not exciting. It's not what the cool kids want you to do on social media. But I think if you just play the percentages and avoid massive back-breaking errors, they'll be okay.
It's that Fast and the Furious quote, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it's whether by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Just win.
That's it. I'm very much in the same sort of vein with you as that. Mitch, do you have any keys to victory? What would you think?
I have the main key to victory. I have the key to victory.
Can you tell Mike McDonald? No.
I can. It's the 12s.
Oh, good.
Genuinely think this will be the loudest Lumen has been in many, many years. And we saw them back, tipping the Richter scale with the return. First play of the game against the 49ers. I think the 12s turning it up on game day getting loud, getting raucous, bringing the energy. I think this fan base have everything to be excited about. You know, two huge playoff games against the 49ers and the Rams at Lumen. You cannot ask for more. And the prize that they're screaming for is to win a Lombardi trophy in Santa Clara, the home of the team that have been on the precipice of winning a Super Bowl for years and narrowly missing out. You get to just waltz in and do it on their turf. Get loud. That's the key to victory.
That would be pretty special, though, wouldn't it? You know, to win it in Santa Clara. And I suppose that's the one positive about the Bears not winning, is because the Chicago Bears fans have been so starved of any kind of success over the years that you better believe they would have snapped up a load of tickets and would have filled probably their quota of fans in the stadium. They would probably have taken even more than San Francisco had taken last weekend. And now you've got the Rams, and that just they don't have a big fan base, and they're not going to flood Lumen Field, and it's going to be 95%, if not more, Seahawks fans. And I'd love someone in that franchise, in that organization, please just spend the next 5 days thinking of ways to get that crowd going. Like just anything you can do to just try everything. I thought the pre-game stuff was very good. You know, I'm a bit of a sad act, so like I went to watch a rugby game yesterday, and then I got home and I was kind of watching the Seahawks videos, and I found one of the pre-game stuff that someone had, like a travel company who go to these stadiums, like had put this like, here's the introductions, and I thought like, it was so fantastic. And I know this is a controversial take for some people because they want to see the owner do the 12-man flag, and I understand that. And if Jody Allen is up there, I'm not gonna waste any energy complaining about it. Like, I'm not bothered. But for me, Paul Allen doing that was because Paul Allen kept the team in Seattle. Like it almost like this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for this man. With the greatest respect to Jody, she's inherited the team from her brother's sad passing. Like maybe she's there to sort of embody everything that Paul Allen was, and that's why she would still do it. But she's different. She's not the one who saved the team. And I think in an instant like this, Jody will get a great reception. Marshawn Lynch would get a much bigger reception. Oh. Like if you had Marshawn Lynch up there going crazy like that, you wouldn't need a beast quake to get the earthquake.
It'd happen there.
It would happen with him there. And just the thought of like him getting everyone going and the Seahawks defense coming out first, that would be unbelievable to me. Like I'd be shouting at home. The neighbors would be terrified thinking something's happening next door. It would get me going 5,000 miles away. So I want to see Marshawn. I don't know if Marshawn wants to do it. Like he's Doug Baldwin's done it twice now. So like, I don't know if there's certain players who just don't fancy it. Like it's not their thing, but God, Marshawn, get just up there, man. If you will go around a hotel and go up to 49ers fans and go, are you a 49ers fan? He's that much of a Seahawks fan at this point. Get up on them stairs, get up that bloody staircase, and go and get that flag in the air, man, because that will just take the roof off if he does it.
That'd be absolutely superb. Oh, I'd love to see that. I mean, the one thing, obviously, you went to, was it Saints Scarlets, wasn't it, you went to watch?
Yes.
Underwhelming rugby introductions are something that I'm very accustomed to, especially when you go and watch the NFL and you go, if we had some of that pageantry in rugby, imagine the eyes it'd get. But anyway, let's not divert to that because I'll talk about that for ages. My key to success is I want this running game to keep ticking. I want us to really master the clock. I want us to have so much time in possession that we don't give Stafford enough of a chance to get a rhythm, that he has to resort to these long balls against our corners. I want us to just play these short and intermediate passes, use Cooper Kupp out of the slot as much as you like. I don't really care. If Jake Bobo has to catch another 2 passes and they're only for first downs, I am happy with that.
Forgot he was on the roster.
Honestly, it's from the hype of last year of more Bobo to this year and him making his first, I thought that was his second catch, but it must have been a preseason catch, his first regular season catch, and he's a fantastic run blocker. Everyone loves him, but I think he's one of those where he may not be on the roster next year unless they want to keep him around for that run blocking. That's what I want to see. I want to see us take the ball out of Stafford's hands and then let our defense just smother him whenever he's got it. That is what I want to see. That's what I wanted to see all season. And with that, before we sign off, give us 2 players that you want to see big games from, Rob.
Sam Darnold. And that doesn't mean he has to throw for 350 yards. A big game from Sam Darnold is not turning the ball over and making the plays you've got to make. And he's done that very well in some big moments now. Like he's done it in the 2 games against the Niners. He did not turn the ball over. It's very easy to say, well, they scored 13 points against the Niners in week 18. He made some big time throws in that game, and that was really important. And when you think back to the Rams game last time, he was, that final drive, that was just surgical, really. Yeah. What he did there, that's as good a drive as you will see. That was Mahomes-esque at the end of the Super Bowl when they beat the Niners last time. The way that he just marched down the field and then to get the 2-point conversion as well. Like that doesn't really tend to happen. Yeah,
Ice in the veins.
I had assumed they'd lost that game. Like as soon as Puka Nacua, I was like, and even when they scored the touchdown, I was like, this is like the 3rd 2-point conversion in a row. This is not happening. And then it did, and it was like the best thing ever. So he is. For me, it's on him probably more than anything. Not because he has to outscore Matt Stafford or anything. He just has to do his job, and I have faith in him. And I think it's stating the obvious that in the NFC Championship Game, your quarterback needs to play well. Yeah. So I'm going to say him. And then the other thing I would suggest is you've got to impact the other quarterback. Like you have got to find a way to force Matt Stafford into mistakes. You've got to hit him. You've got to make his life uncomfortable. You have got to get him out of his comfort zone. So Leonard Williams is the one player we have who can be a game wrecker. Like he's got he's the former top 10 pick who has still got that sort of physical athleticism to make those big plays. I am convinced he's going to be amped for this game. Like he's one of those people who just like, over my dead body, are we not winning today? Yeah. And if you noticed in the last game against the Rams, the defense stunk for like 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden he started making plays. And it was as if everybody was like, come on, like we've got this now. Like get back on track. So they're my main 2. I think they're the main 2. But I really don't care who the main 2 are. Like it can be Jake Bobo with an improbable 120-yard performance. If it is, let's get together and all have a good laugh that we predicted that here. Somebody have a big game and win this game. Somebody just, I don't care who it is. If you are listening to this, make a play. Like do something to help the team win. I just want to win. I don't care. It can be the most stressful 4 quarters or the least stressful 4. I don't care. I want to spend 2 weeks streaming about the Super Bowl. Like I'm ready to book a week off to sit and watch everything on Super Bowl week. I've got the leave stashed, ready and waiting, but I am not booking it until they're there because I am not tempting fate. So let's get it done this weekend.
I like it. I love it. Well, I'm very appreciative of your time, Rob, because I know you have been busy, and as you were saying on your pod earlier, you're not feeling great. So thank you so much. I feel your pain. I've not caught up from Saturday. I had like a 4-hour nap yesterday because my wife was like, you need to sleep. And I'm still tired today. Do you want to tell everyone, most people that are watching this probably subscribe to you, but tell them what you've got coming up, where to find you.
So tomorrow I will be with Bump and Stacy. So if you're in Seattle, that is 12 noon on the radio, and then I will post the YouTube video on SeahawksDraftBlog.com. Seahawks Collective 5 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. England time. So watch that Wednesday. Watch that Wednesday morning, yeah. and then Puck Sports in a more agreeable time of about 6:30, which is live, and then I'll post the video of that, and then I don't know, like I might do a bit of streaming later in the week with Adam and Robbie, and I might, I've got so many things to write about, but a lot of it is draft stuff and off-season stuff, and I kind of feel like I'll just keep my powder dry on that for a little while longer, just because there's like there could be an abrupt finish to the season on Sunday. People might want some distracting articles next week, but at the same time, if they win, then I'll probably stick some of that stuff out next week as a little filler in between there. Can we just please win this game?
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like it's going back to what we were talking about earlier. I feel like for the amount of energy I have invested in sports fandom in my 41 years on this earth, I have not got when you like, if you had like a Sky Bet account and you like kept putting a $5 on like a little accumulator, you'd feel like, you know what, I'm probably going to win 20% of the time and I might just about break even. I don't feel like I broke even yet from my commitment to being a fan of sports. So, a couple of good things happening this year would just about maybe tip the balances to that. So can we just like get back to the Super Bowl, please, and have a chance of winning this?
I pin all of my sporting hopes on the Seahawks because in my 41 years, I've seen a team win a premiership and then get relegated. I've seen the Seahawks win a Super Bowl and then we don't talk about the next one. I've seen my rugby team Wasps go from European glory to being no longer. And then England we'll wait and see with that one. But I mean, again, just thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for jumping in the comments, everyone, as well. If you are new to this channel, you can like and subscribe. It really helps us. We're the UK Seahawkers official podcast. I'm not sure, Mitch and I will work out. We're going to be on Across the Pod with Andy Davis this week. And then The Huddle as well is coming up. The Huddle UK. You can find them all on X and all the other social media platforms, as you can with us at 12 Talk Pod on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that type of stuff. And I am so pumped for what could happen this weekend.
Well, we all deserve this. We're the ones who stay up till bloody 1 o'clock in the morning to watch these things. So we go to bed at like 5, 6 in the morning. So I feel like we deserve this. So football, can the footballing gods just give us
just smile down.
Throw us a freaking bone this week. Like, come on, give us something,
dude. It'd be awesome. I'm doing dry January, so it'd be so nice to have my first drink for a month during the Super Bowl. So
I can remember, when England got to the final against Italy, I don't even like champagne. I'm not a big drinker, so but I bought it and I said, I am going to drink the whole bloody thing. So and I'm going to run to the pub and I'm going to get in there and I'm going to go mad. And then I didn't get to do it. The champagne was never drunk. So maybe I can go and find that wherever it is now.
Just that off. Get it in the fridge now.
Yeah, I almost don't want to put it in the fridge in case that's the jinx. So I'll just kind of leave it warm and then just go, sod it.
I was going to say, warm champagne, just as everyone intended for it to be drunk on a park bench in France.
If you didn't like it cold, Rob, you're not going to like it warm.
I'm not. I don't like champagne. I don't know. I just felt like I'm going to do something crazy. So, let's just channel our energies into. I'm not religious. I'm not. I'm not really that superstitious, as surprising as that might sound, or anything like that. And yet here I am. I'm praying to gods and calling on us to put our collective energy into this to win a Super Bowl. What am I doing? I don't.
I'm the same. I don't do those sending positive vibes, but I am trying to send all my good vibes, if they do appear, like they are a thing, over to Seattle to our boys. Yeah, with that, I'm just going to say another thank you. It's been absolutely amazing having you on again. We'll have to try and get you on sort of pre-draft so you and Mitch can do some draft nerding, and I'll sit here taking notes because that's kind of what I usually do with that.
The best kind of nerding. Yeah.
That is, that's subjective. But yeah, thank you to Rob. Thank you to all of you for joining in. We've been the 12 Talk podcast. That over there is Mitch. My name's Josh. And I just want to say a massive go Hawks. Let's just hope and pray to whatever deity you pray to that this NFC Championship goes our way and we can get into the big dance. Until next time, turn up to 12 and go Hawks.